Today you're going to learn why some accountants get paid like rock stars and others stay stuck doing everyone's books for peanuts. More importantly, you're also going to learn how to become the kind of advisor that clients can't imagine running their business without. I am talking about becoming vital. And vital stands for valued, impactful, trusted, agile, and lucrative. So what I'm going to do in today's video is unpack what that really means and exactly how you can get there. Now, if you are new to me, my name is Amanda C. Watts, and I have spent the last 26 years helping accountants and bookkeepers and consultants package, price, and sell their advice, not their time. I've worked with firms across 5 continents, I have run global surveys and created many proven frameworks that help accountants go from completely invisible to being a vital asset to their clients. And what I'm saying is I'm not speaking theory here. I have helped thousands do this, and I'm sharing that you can do this too. In 2017, I ran a survey across the accounting world and across the world. Hundreds and hundreds of firms responded. And the reason why I ran the survey was because I wanted to understand what separates those accounting firm and advisors, the ones that thrive from the ones that struggle. And I dug into this data for 2 years. And I found the answer to what makes a thriving and what makes someone who struggles. The accountants who make real impact and income have 5 things in common, and together those 5 things spell vital. Now, becoming vital doesn't happen overnight. It is a journey, and just like any good journey, there are stages that you're going to have to go through, and there's 4 of them to be exact. Each stage builds on the last. You can't go straight to stage 4 without going through stages 1, 2, and 3. So let me share with you the shift between the stages. And these shifts change your business and your life forever. So let's walk through them one by one, and let's start at the bottom. Imagine we're going up, right? The first stage is called obscurity. And this is where most people and most firm owners begin. At this point, what you're doing is you're saying yes to every single potential client out there. You're doing tax returns for Bob, you're doing tax returns for Barbara, and you're saying yes to everything. You're charging whatever people will pay you, and they are often paying you because you're the cheapest. You are offering a mile-long list of services, and your main competition is... well, your main competition edge is price, okay? You're in what we call a hamster wheel. You're hustling for more clients, you're drowning in delivery, and it's very much about volume over delivering value. For you, it's exhausting. For your clients, it's not very fulfilling. But there is hope when you're at this stage, and most people don't stay stuck in obscurity forever. What they do is they have just a little bit of focus, and with this focus, they start to rise out of the fog and into the next stage. And the next stage is visibility. This is where things begin to click, right? You've maybe decided you're going to choose an ideal client and pick a niche, or at least you're starting to speak more clearly to a certain type of client with a certain kind of problem. This is where I bring in the concept of what we call a hunting niche. This is where you stop trying to appeal to everyone and start targeting someone specific. The majority of you at this stage are still compliance-based. You're still doing lots of everything, but now what happens is you've got a bit of a presence and you're starting to show up for a certain kind of person. People are starting to see you as the go-to in your space. You're starting to build a name for yourself, and the price resistance starts to ease off. You're seen a little bit more as the go-to person. But this isn't where it ends. Visibility isn't the goal. It is literally just the turning point where things start to get really good. From here, the real magic begins. And this is when your clients start to lean in and say, oh my God, you get me. All right? And that's what you want your clients to do. You want them to lean in and go, oh my gosh, you get me. Nobody's ever understood me before. And this is when you enter stage 3. This is what we call the valued stage. Okay, remember there's 4 stages. This is stage 3. This is the valued stage. And it's where your work really starts to matter. What happens in the valued stage is you've doubled down on your niche and you really understand the fears and the frustrations and the pains and the wants and the aspirations of your ideal clients. And because you do that, you're delivering real insights. You're helping your clients beyond just the basic numbers. And what you're doing is you've moved into the strategy conversation, the future conversation. You're helping them have confidence. You're giving them more perspective on their business. And they start seeing you as a trusted voice, not just someone who does accounting, tax, and bookkeeping. But here's the trap. You're probably, and most likely, especially when I speak to people and get feedback, giving this away for free. Advisory is showing up in your offering, but it's ad hoc, it's not structured, and it's not priced. You're seeing your clients ask for advice. Maybe they take it, maybe they don't, maybe it just gives them an idea, and then they go to a business coach and pay the business coach thousands for something that isn't quite as good as what you have to say, but they pay somebody else because you're not showing up as vital. So yes, they value you, but they're not paying you what you're worth yet, which brings to the final shift, right? The one that changes absolutely everything for you. This final shift is the goal, the top of the mountain. This is where you become vital. And becoming vital means that you are essential. If you look it up on Google and type in what does vital mean, it means essential, okay? You're no longer what one class is as a service provider. You are a strategic partner, you're a coach, you're a guide, you're a consultant to your clients. The great thing about when you become vital is that you know your clients' dreams, you know their fears, you know the bottlenecks, you understand them. And by understanding them and showing up with value and creating an impact, and you have those trusted relationships, you help them make the right moves. And your work goes from transactional to transformational. The best bit is because you're providing more value to the point where you're vital, you actually get paid on your value, and you get paid properly, and you get paid often, and you get paid well. You've got way fewer clients, but much better ones. You start attracting the clients that value you and see you as essential to their business. You're going to have more revenue because you've got better clients, more impact, more time, no more of those roller coaster months, no more feast or famine, no more stress because you've got vampire clients sucking the life out of you. And you actually are quite a happy bunny, right? You've built a business that supports your life, not your life having to be given up so that you can run your business. It's not about having a business so that you can have weeks off and celebrate during holidays. It's about having a business that feels like a holiday because it brings you joy and you really, really enjoy it. This isn't just about the money though. It's about meaning. It's about time. You see, here's the truth. People don't buy what they need. Instead, what they tend to do is buy what they want. And sadly, really sadly, compliance is a need. And the reason why compliance is a need is because the government says that they need to be compliant. So they don't actually want to be compliant. They've been told that they have to, right? Advisory, however, is a want, because when someone wants support and guidance and advice and they have these big dreams, they are actually seeking for you. Needs actually get questioned, wants get paid for. And this is all about the 80-20 rule, right? So the 80-20 rule shows us this again and again. 20% of your clients will bring in 80% of your income. So what do? You go and find more of your 20% of clients. 20% of your work brings 80% of your results. You need to go and do more of that. So the shortcut to growth is knowing what really matters and doing more of that. So here is a reminder of what VITAL stands for. First of all, V stands for valued. This is where your clients cherish your advice. The I in VITAL stands for impactful. This is where your work changes their business and makes a difference on the world in general. The T stands for trusted. They turn to you, not AI or Google or a business coach, right? A stands for agile, and this is where you have the ability to pivot and respond with ease. So you have an agile approach to innovation for your clients, an agile approach to the way that you can support them. And then L is lucrative. And this one's really key. Your work has to either create wealth for your clients and for you, or it has to help your clients save money. Now, I do not know an accountant on this planet who doesn't want to be vital, because when you are, everything, and I mean absolutely everything, gets better when you're seen as a vital advisor and vital accountant and bookkeeper. You see, you attract the best clients when you're vital. You can hire and attract the most amazing team into your business. You start to win awards when you're vital, and you end up making more money, but doing less, right? And you have fun again. Nobody wants to run a business that is boring and draining. Here's the catch. It doesn't just happen. You have to build it. You have to go and own it. So if you are ready to step up and become vital, I have a free playbook to help you start. I would love for you to grab the Business Advisor Playbook. It's totally free, and it walks you through how to structure, price, and position your first or your next advisory offer. So you can download it by clicking on the link below this video. It is the perfect next step if this video hit home for you. The link is in the description, so go and download it now. And for those of you who want to dive deeper into packaging up your advisory services, go and watch the next video on productizing your offer. It will give you the nuts and bolts, and the link will be found here or here, somewhere up here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've really enjoyed sharing the vital journey and how you need to go on it. If you have any questions, please do reach out. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn, Amanda C. Watts, and I would be very happy to answer any questions you have. Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.